Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Anuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we are going to do this beautiful pattern for a headband, and this one I've made for a little girl, but if you want to make it for an adult, I'll tell you how to expand your work in the video. And this is the perfect size for a little girl. And for this particular headband, I've used my 100% cotton yarn and I've used my 2 mm of the hook. So let's begin. Okay, so to begin, let's have a slip knot here. And we're going to chain up 2. So it's 1 and 2. And now after this chain 2, we're going to loosen up our work a little bit like this. So it will look like this. And now yarn over and insert your hook into your second chain from your hook. Insert your hook into that chain and grab your yarn for one time. Like this. Yarn over for the second time and insert your hook into that same space and grab your yarn. And now yarn over for the third time and insert your hook into that same stitch, same chain, and grab your yarn. And now you're going to have 7 loops on your hook. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 loops on your hook. Now hold this working yarn with the help of your finger and your thumb like this. Hold your yarn in this way, hold it in this way, and yarn over and pull your yarn through all your loops like this, creating a little gap here. There is a little loop here. Now insert your hook into that loop and grab your yarn. And now you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops like this. And that is your complete puff stitch. Now chain 1. Now here we're going to make another puff stitch. So as we have made our chain 1, loosen up your work a little bit. Yarn over for 3 times. So this is for your first time. Insert your hook into this space where you have made your this first puff stitch and 1 single crochet. So you have made here a single crochet. So insert your hook into this space. So insert your hook into this space and grab your yarn. And that's for the first time. Yarn over for the second time and grab your yarn. Yarn over for the third time and insert your hook and grab your yarn. And you're going to have 7 loops on your hook. Now hold your yarn with your finger and your thumb and yarn over and pull your yarn through all 7 loops, creating a little gap, a little loop here. Insert your hook into that space, grab your yarn, and you're going to have 2 loops. Now yarn over and pull your yarn, and that's your single crochet. You're going to insert your hook in here next time. Again, for the next puff stitch, chain 1, loosen up your work, yarn over 3 times. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Hold your yarn over and pull your yarn. Insert your hook into this space, grab your yarn, and make 1 single crochet here, like this. Chain 1, loosen up your work, yarn over 3 times, insert your hook into this space, grab your yarn, 1, 2, 3, like this. Hold your yarn over and pull your yarn through all your 7 loops. Insert your hook into this space, grab your yarn and make your single crochet, and then chain 1. This chain 1 is for your next puff stitch. And now keep on repeating this pattern. And here I have made my 14 puff stitches. I've started up in the middle, so I have made my 14 puff stitches until here. So if you are making it for your kid or a little girl, go ahead and make your 14 stitches, 14 puff stitches. If you are making it for an adult size, I would recommend to go for about 19 puff stitches. So go about 19 puff stitches, and I'm going to meet you after your 19 puff stitches, or in my case, I'm going to do my 14 puff stitches. Keep on repeating this pattern and I'm going to meet you after that. Here it is. I have my 14 puff stitches. And now for the next round, we are going to go to this side, to the left side of our work. And now to go to the left side, we're going to have a cluster of 3 puff stitches together. So for that one, after your required length of this puff stitches, chain 1 and loosen up your work. Now yarn over for 3 times and insert your hook into this space. So that's 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to have 1 puff here. Now we are not going to finish up over this puff stitch. We will go to this space. The next after this your puff stitches where you have made your this next puff, you're going to go back and you're going to find your space in here. We're going to insert our hook in this space. So for that one, yarn over, insert your hook for 1 time and grab your yarn. So it's 1, 2, and 3, like this. And now we will skip the next puff stitch and we will go to this space here. And here again we're going to make another puff stitch. So for that one, yarn over and insert your hook into that space and grab your yarn. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And these are 3 puff stitches on your hook. Now again, hold your yarn with this, with the help of your finger and thumb. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through all your loops like this, creating a little loop here, and you're going to insert your hook into that space and grab your yarn and make 1 single crochet here and chain 1, and your work will look like this. Now again, as we have made our chain 1 here, we are going to loosen up our work and we will make another cluster of 3 puff stitches, and we keep on doing our cluster of 3 puff stitches on this round. So for that one, loosen up your work, yarn over and insert your hook into this space and grab your yarn. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Again, go to this next space here. After doing this, you are going to find your space in here. So go to this space, yarn over, and it's 1, 2, and 3. Again, skip the next puff stitch and you're going to find your space after your next puff stitch. So yarn over and insert your hook into that space. It's 1, 2, and 3. And here it is. These are the 3 puff stitches on your hook. Now again, yarn over and spool your yarn through all your loops. Insert your hook into that space, grab your yarn and make 1 single crochet here. And this is another cluster of your 3 puff stitches. And now we are going to repeat this pattern for this our second cluster of this puff stitch. We are going to repeat this pattern all the way until the end of this row. So for that one, again, we're going to have chain 1 here and we're going to loosen up our work. Now yarn over and insert your hook into this space. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to make another puff in here at this space. So it's 1, 2, and 3. Again, we're going to go to this space and we're going to make another puff stitch in here. So for that one, it's 1, 2, and 3. You're going to have 3 puffs on your hook. Now hold your yarn, yarn over and spool your yarn through all your loops like this. And you're going to make a little circle here. So insert your hook into this space, grab your yarn and make a single crochet here and chain 1. Again, loosen up your work, yarn over and insert your hook into that space. It's 1, 2, and 3. We're going to go to this next space and we're going to make another puff in there. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and skip the next puff and you're going to find your next space in there. So it's 1, 2, and 3, like this. And now yarn over and pull your yarn through all your loops like this and creating a little loop here. So insert your hook into that loop and make your 1 single crochet. And now keep on repeating this pattern. So keep on making your cluster of 3 puff stitches until the end of this row, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. So here it is. I'm at the end of this row, and now as we are here, I'm gonna chain one, and now onwards we're gonna have a cluster of 2 puff stitches. So for that one, loosen up your work, yarn over and insert your hook into this space and make a 1 puff. It's 1, 2 and 3, and now we're gonna again insert our hook into that same space. So yarn over and insert your hook. It's 1, 2 and 3, like this, and now this, and now we're going to repeat this cluster of 2 puff stitches for another 2 times. So as we have done it for the 1 time, we're going to make it for another 2 times. So in total we're going to have it for 3 times. So we're going to repeat this cluster of 2 puff stitches 3 times. So here it is, we have done it for 1 time, and another 2 times we're going to repeat this pattern. So again, chain 1 and loosen up your work and insert your hook into this same space, and it's 1, 2 and 3, and it's 1, 2 and 3. That second time, chain 1 and again 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 3. Like this. And now onwards we're gonna repeat our same pattern what we have done it here. So again we're gonna make a cluster of 3 puff stitches. After making this cluster of 2 puff stitches for 3 times, again we're gonna make our cluster of 3 puff stitches. So for that one, again chain 1 and loosen up your work, make your first puff in here. So it's 1, 2 and 3, go to the space, and it's 1, 2 and 3, and now go to this next space, and it's 1, 2 and 3. And now keep on repeating your pattern, the cluster of 3 puff stitches, until the end of this round, until here, and I'm gonna meet you here. And here it is, I'm at the end here, and I've taken my this last space as well. So I have made my this last cluster of this 3 puff stitches in here, taking this last space. And now here we're gonna have another 2 clusters of 2 puff stitches as what we have done here. So here, chain 1, loosen up your work, make 1 puff stitch. So it's 1, 2 and 3, taking the same space, 1, 2 and 3. So cluster of 2 puff stitches for 1 time. Yarn over and spool your yarn, and that's your first cluster. And we're going to make another cluster. So loosen up your work and do it's 1, 2, 3, take the same space, and 1, 2 and 3. The cluster of 2 puff stitches, and pull your yarn like this. So here we have made 2 clusters of 2 puff stitches, and now we're gonna have 1 puff stitch here. So for that one, chain 1, loosen up your work, and it's 1, 2 and 3, and pull your yarn. Make a 1 puff stitch, and now we're going to attach our work in here. So insert your hook in this space, grab your yarn and make a slip stitch here, and it will be like this. Now I'm going to cut my yarn, and secure my this last stitch And now I'm going to insert my hook in the middle and will attach my yarn here in the middle. And here I'm going to make chain 1 and 2 like this. Now loosen up your work, insert your hook again into that same space, grab your yarn for 1 time, 2 and 3, make your puff stitch, chain 1, and now keep on repeating this 1 puff stitches, and we're gonna make a strap here. So for this strap you can go as long as you want, and here I'm gonna make about 18 puff stitches here. So it's 1, 2 and 3, and I'm gonna make another 15 puff stitches. So in total I'm gonna make 18 puff stitches, and I'm gonna make this this strap here, this one here. This I have made my this 18 puff stitches, and now I'm gonna cut my yarn and will secure my this last stitch. I'm gonna put my this loose ends in later on, and for this other side again I'm gonna go to this middle part, attach my yarn and chain 2. So it's 1 and 2. Loosen up your work and make your 1 puff stitch inside into this space. So it's 1, 2 and 3, and here again on this side make another 18 puff stitches. Make the other side of the strap, and I'm gonna meet you after that. Here it is done. I've made my this 18 puff stitches on the other side as well. I'm gonna cut my yarn and will secure my this last stitch. I'm gonna make a chain 1 here to secure my this last stitch like this, and it's all done. Now put your loose ends in. For that, take your needle and simply and put this all loose ends in. And here it is. My headband is ready, and I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.